self-reliance and interdependence, as understood in the context of Buddhist teachings, are not necessarily in conflict, but rather represent different aspects of one's spiritual and practical journey. Buddhism encompasses both concepts and recognizes their importance in a balanced life. Here's how they relate. 1. Self-reliance. Buddhism encourages self-reliance in the sense of personal responsibility and inner development. It emphasizes that individuals have the capacity to transform their own minds and cultivate qualities like mindfulness, compassion, and wisdom. The practice of meditation and mindfulness, for example, is a form of self-reliance in which individuals take responsibility for their own mental and spiritual well-being. 2. Interdependence. Buddhism also teaches the profound concept of interdependence, dependent origination, which highlights the interconnectedness of all beings and phenomena. It underscores that no one exists in isolation, and that our actions and well-being are intimately linked to the well-being of others and the environment. Recognizing interdependence fosters compassion, ethical behavior, and a sense of responsibility for all beings. While self-reliance and interdependence may seem contradictory on the surface, they can coexist and complement each other. Within Buddhist practice. 1. Self-reliance within interdependence. Practicing self-reliance, such as personal meditation and inner development, allows individuals to become more mindful and compassionate, which in turn positively affects their interactions with others. It's a means to contribute positively to the interconnected web of existence. Self-reliance within interdependence is about finding a balance between being self-reliant and acknowledging our interdependence. It suggests that while we have the capacity to make independent choices and meet our own needs, we also have a responsibility to consider how our actions impact others and the world. In Buddhism and other ethical systems, self-reliance within interdependence involves making choices that are not only in our own best interest, but also in the best interest of others and the greater good. It promotes ethical living and compassionate decision-making. The principle of self-reliance within interdependence aligns with the concept of non-harming ahimsa. In many ethical traditions, it encourages individuals to make choices that minimize harm to themselves, others, and the environment. Recognizing our interconnectedness with the environment, this concept encourages responsible and sustainable choices that take into account the impact on the earth and future generations. While self-reliance involves personal responsibility, it also emphasizes our responsibility to the community and society. Our choices can either support or harm the well-being of others, and this awareness influences our decision-making. By practicing self-reliance within interdependence, individuals can experience personal growth and empowerment. They recognize their ability to make choices that align with their values and positively impact the world. This concept encourages individuals to move away from a self-centered perspective. It promotes a sense of altruism, compassion, and a desire to contribute to the well-being of others. Self-reliance within interdependence aligns with the principles of many ethical and philosophical systems that seek to balance individual rights and responsibilities with a consideration for the collective welfare. 2. Interdependence within self-reliance. The awareness of interdependence can motivate individuals to take responsibility for their actions and decisions, knowing that they impact not only themselves but also others. This understanding can enhance one's sense of ethical responsibility and guide their personal development. Interdependence within self-reliance emphasizes the need to balance personal autonomy and independence with an awareness of how our actions and choices impact others. It encourages a sense of responsibility, just for oneself, but for the collective well-being. This concept promotes making ethical decisions that take into account the interconnectedness of all beings. It encourages actions that are not only in one's self-interest, but that also consider the welfare of others. While self-reliance focuses on individual responsibility, interdependence within self-reliance extends that responsibility to the community and society. It recognizes the importance of contributing positively to the well-being of others and the world. The concept emphasizes that, while we may be self-reliant in many ways, we also rely on the support, cooperation, and contributions of others. Recognizing this mutual support leads to a sense of reciprocity and community. Acknowledging interdependence within self-reliance fosters empathy and compassion. It encourages individuals to be sensitive to the needs and struggles of others and to act with kindness and consideration. This concept extends to our relationship with the environment. It emphasizes that we depend on the earth for sustenance and resources, and encourages responsible, sustainable choices to protect the environment and future generations. It encourages individuals to move away from an egocentric perspective and to consider the greater good. This shift in perspective promotes a sense of altruism and a desire to contribute to the welfare of others. Interdependence within self-reliance aligns with the principles of many ethical and philosophical systems that emphasize the importance of both individual responsibility and collective welfare. In summary, self-reliance and interdependence are not inherently conflicting in Buddhism, but rather represent different facets of a balanced spiritual life. Buddhists aim to cultivate self-awareness, inner transformation, and ethical conduct self-reliance, while also recognizing the profound interconnectedness of all beings and acting with compassion and responsibility interdependence. These principles work together to guide practitioners toward spiritual growth and the alleviation of suffering for themselves and others.